Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Asha Amma's Kitchen. This is Asha Amma here talking to you all. Just to share a small recipe. As I told you, I'm a foodie. I love to eat varieties and I go crazy when I don't get varieties. I am a South Indian, so I have not heard much about the black urad except for making the vadas for Lord Anjaneya. But after joining FFT, I learned this particular recipe which I relish and I enjoy a lot. This is black urad, and I soaked this at night. About how much did you soak, Jonah? Was it something like this?
About 3/4 of that.
3/4 of this mug?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. And this could give me about at least 10 to 12 tikkis. So my dish for today is going to be black urad ka tikkis. And what I have observed is this gives me my BSL a real low push. And I also enjoy the texture. Ingredients needed are black urad, rock salt that I am using all the time. I am going to use little bit of coriander, little bit of mint and ginger. This is known so much for its digestion capacity, so I'm going to crush saunf, which I will show how to. And this is ajwain, a little bit of capsicum, cabbage, onion and chili. What I'm going to now do is grind this very coarse. I'm not going to grind it absolutely like vada, but just crush it 3/4, and I'm going to enjoy it. Let me now grind the whole mixture, just a coarse mixture, not going to be very fine paste. You'll be surprised to see how is it that you can have such a coarse mixture, but that's the real that's a lovely texture that this tikki gives. I'll just finish this grinding and show it to you. If you see, I mean business when I say coarse. Okay, so it's just broken into two. A pulse and 1, 2, 3 and I put it off. So this is how it is. This amount of coarse grinding, less grinding and better eating. So you must be wondering why, Asha ji, you are doing this. Why is it that you can't make it a little more? Because conventionally we are taught to grind urad nicely to get that amount of consistency. What I observed is when I grind any flour, for me, when I grind it well, my sugar levels hike up very badly. So as far as possible, I keep them coarse so that my glycemic index is in control. I use hing. This is my observation, that anything that is ground gives me a high sugars when I check it. Now the first thing I'm going to do is add hing. Now I'm going to crush saunf and ajwain nicely with the hand to get the aroma and the best out of this. I've added about half a teaspoon of saunf and half a teaspoon of ajwain. Just this to make it the more aromatic and nice. Next I add my vegetables, the capsicum, which I love the most, and this cabbage, as we have all been told by in the FFT that it is an anti-diabetic vegetable. So I have added this. I'm going to add, was this half an onion?
No, 1 onion.
Oh, this was 1 onion.
And 1 chili.
And 1 chili. My spice levels are extremely low, so I add that, and I add a little bit of ginger. Now let me mix this nicely. If you see, I'm using my hands. Don't ask me why, because I need to mix it very well. Everything is added. The salt is added. Everything is added. Now I just mix it nicely, and at last I add the curry and pudina, just a small handful. And as we all know, they are all very good antioxidant. So my husband always says add a lot of coriander. More the coriander, the merrier. So here I am ready to make a tikki. It's so simple and easy. Now my tawa is heated, absolutely. If you see, can you also see some smoke coming out of it. Now I'm going to just pat it like this, just like a vada, and keep it around. It's about a tablespoon of oil on this. Since it is cast iron, I am using cold pressed groundnut oil. If you see the texture, it's so beautiful. Equal amount of veggies. So the snack can be had at least as a morning protein rich breakfast, or in the evening sometimes when you're feeling low and you feel like having something nice. Also a hint to let you know that the same thing can be done with lobia, with brown chana. For me, what I observed with all those things is that my blood sugars are raising with lobia. It's good with it's low with black urud. It is low with also black chana. So I try and include lot of black chana and black urud in my protein rich breakfast as per the protocol. So here I am. Just pat it like this and allow it to cook. It takes quite some time. You cannot be in a hurry because this is not like deep frying. You're only shallow frying and also pat it as thin as possible. So here I go. You can carry this, make it and keep it up till evening. What I have seen is sometimes when I'm feeling very low and I want to binge eat, I eat this. I love to eat this. So I'm adding a teaspoon of oil just on it, just to allow it to cook a bit. Now I am cooking it on medium high by turning it around. I keep turning the vada so it gets cooked all over. If you see, I am turning it around so it cooks well, tapping it a little more. Since this is a cast iron, you need to be very careful with the heating, with the hot point, a heating point. Yeah, this is how it is. Let me check whether it is cooked. It's just started to cook. It will take a lot of time. I'll allow it to cook for some more time. If you see now, the tikki is cooked on one side. So I turn it to the other side. There was a gentleman in FFT 74 batch. He had showed us some, he had given me the recipe of steamed tikkis like this. It was very beautiful. If he is over here, I am very thankful to him. I don't remember his name. Too many messages going up and down. I think this is also there in the FFT recipe book. No, we have it in our app. It's just one observation that the more you grind something, your BSL is high. That's my finding. Anything that's eaten in the whole form, your BSL is low.
Can
That's
I
all.
give the scientific nature of that?
I don't know. Do you know it?
Yeah.
Tell it.
If it has a larger surface area, then the absorption is more. So when you make it more powder, there is surface area is much more.
Oh,
Because of that, your absorption is much more, so therefore your glycemic index also shoots.
oh. But when I eat like this, as a broken dal,
It
just
takes
like
longer for the stomach to digest,
digest, and
so
moreover
lesser
it has
absorption.
the roughage of
The fiber.
and it has the cabbage, the capsicum, the onion, and all that. So what happens is it makes the dish all the more yummy, less oil. Anyway, we are not asked to say no to oil completely. We are just asked to ration ourselves with oil. So allow this to cook for some time. It's been quite a while. You cannot be in a hurry, just on slow cooking. Go like this, little bit of patience, otherwise it just chars and burns. Whereas it's not cooked inside, so you'll have to take care. So this is how it is. Very tasty and yummy. I just make few like this and keep it in a casserole, and whenever I feel low, I keep munching this. It is only protein and vegetables, so I'm not eating the junk. So now it is cooked well on both the sides. It's cooked well. If you see, I'm just tapping it a little more to make it thinner, and so it gets cooked well. It's so crispy and nice.
Smells good.
Smells good, yeah. That's there. No? Smells so good. See how nice it is, like the usual vada. This is my amazing food for a foodie in me. I'll cook it for 2 more minutes also, not a problem. I'm pressing it as thin as possible, patting it. Try just to see if it is cooked again. If you see, it's cooked so well, very crispy. Yeah, and see this, so crispy and nice.
Done.
It's so beautiful. So here I am. My black urud tikki is ready. My daughter-in-law has made a lovely onion tomato chutney. She's a chutney person. I don't know, this angel. And here we go. If you need a recipe for my daughter's world famous red chutney, please let me know. I will share the recipe. Thank you and good day. If you like this channel, please like, please comment, share it with your friends and relatives. Give me a thumbs up so I am motivated enough to make more such videos. So here I am, the urad dal tikki with onion and tomato chutney just for you. Thank you and good day.